Okay, this video is about Hope Tree of the new season in Omniheroes, season 6. So the Hope Tree here, it has three type of resources, but is basically one type of resources that's divided in three parts. What I mean by that is in the game modes, like the Seraphic Rooms and Tome of Aetheron, so in all throughout the game mode, I don't think you need to pay too much attention because as you progress, you get them automatically, and there's no way to kind of cheat or anything. But like, yeah, so you get this resources throughout the game, and you can use these resources to level up your Hope Tree level. And as you level up, every 10 level, you get one of the blue resources, like the blue Azure bead, the blue balls. Yeah. And yeah, as you level up, you get some of this. And you can use this to level up any of these mm, nodes in the Hope Tree. And as you invest in level in the seasonal gift, you can have the red balls, and in the for the red ones you can invest in here, which will correspond to the season game mode. So for example, we know in the Seraphic Room, which is the new game mode, there's one game mode that's only can only be damaged by male allies, and this one you can invest in this one, and that will increase their strength. And yeah, and there's also one for Clash Domain, and also some for Foggy Colosseum and World Arena. Yeah, so that's this one. So the in the one in center, the season game mode, it use the red resources for it, and the other one it uses the blue ones, and you can get the blue one from leveling up using the yellow one. So basically, uh, these three resources are like they are parallel with each other. Like uh, you don't need to worry too much about how to obtain them. And yeah, so it works similar to the Sage's Tome. Yeah, and for the blue resources, it's the one uh, that has most options for now. And for this one, I think you just invest in whatever game mode you struggle with. If you are not struggling with the PvE game mode, then you can invest in the PvP. Or if you really care about like your guild performance, you can invest in the GVG game mode. Yeah, and for the blue one is where there's most options. So so there are also two types. One is the new season synergy. It it allow you to like one is increase the number of the season synergy, and the other is increase the stat of your other synergy mates whenever the synergy is active. This one you need Hope Tree to level to 500, and and I think this one isn't that impactful because it's just stats, whereas the other six synergies they are more impactful, but only some of them are more impactful than others. So, for example, Glorians here, there's the Void Hunter synergy. So it says a Grace of Hunter, but it's a Void Hunter from one of the previous season. I forgot which one, and it converts healing into attack, and that means your team gets to scale to really high power as well as defense. So like it converts healing into both attack and defense. And if you can make your fight last longer, and your team has enough healing, then eventually your team will be not only deal a lot of damage but also unkillable. So so this is a really strong synergy. But on the other hand, this side it's the one with the summoner synergy. It's so it consumes energy to increase the attack, defense, and max HP of the summoned units. If you played that season before, so it's a season where they release Narisa and Leandra, you'll realize that you'll remember that the summoner synergy is pretty bad in the past because buffing the summoned unit doesn't do much because the summoned thing are usually pretty weak. But another thing is uh, the Glorian synergy doesn't have any unit that can summon anything. So this pathway is kind of useless. Oh, by the way, you need to first upgrade this one in order to upgrade this one. Like you first need to upgrade the node in the bottom before you can upgrade the node here. Like for this one, even if I wanted to, like I can't because I need to level up this one first. Yeah, so there are good ones and bad ones. So the good ones, I think Glorian is one. And okay, I should first talk about the system regarding energy. So there are three layers on top of like there's two branch and each branch has three layers. So the bottom layer is one that allow you to generate energy, and the second layer is it allows you to consume energy to do stuff, or like it has an ability that scale with energy, like this one. When energy reaches 50, allies gain ascension, and or this one, consume 100 energy to banish one enemy target for 1 round. Yeah, the Mystifier got the banish effect on the left side. This one is also really good. So the main thing is you want to balance the energy generation from the lowest layer and the energy consumption from the next layer. And on the third layer is something general. Like on the right side, it increased the number of Glorian synergy made in the team by one. So basically, if your team only has one Glorian and you have this, your team will by default have two Glorians. And yeah, this is the one on the right side. And the left side is some general buffs. Like Glorian is when they take action, they have odds to purify debuff. And for Mystifier is corrode. Additionally, deal some damage that scale with their max health. And Ethereal is they can stun when they land critical hit. So yeah, this is the general system. And like I said when I talk about the Glorian with having summoner effect, not all branches are equal. So I suggest read them yourself because no one can say which one is good for sure. But there are some of them are like we know for sure they are good, like the banish effect from Mystifier. So invest in this branch. This branch is good. We know that. And the ethereal ones can increase dodge of allies, and as well as it can apply stun when land critical hit. So this branch is also pretty good. And another one for the Avengers, there's the one that grants you mythical fountain, and this one is also very strong. And on the right side, there's the divine dragon one, and this one I think it might be bad because the 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 position where you summon divine dragon can be used for one is your summoned creature like Janna's stranger. Another thing is you also need that slot to charm enemy, which Aphrodite can apply that, and those are very important Avengers unit. So I don't think you want the divine dragon. So my advice is not to invest in this at all. And if you play the season with Elation and Astral, you'll realize you'll remember the Divine Dragon synergy isn't that good uh, in that season. So I don't recommend investing in this one. And for the Doomstair, on this side, you get to increase the reflect rate of Doomstairs, which is really broken because it can allow your team to because reflect it works really well with the Doomstair synergy. It basically lets enemy die upon taking action if your reflect rate is high enough. And yeah, so for the Doomstair one, both sides are pretty good. This one is like reflecting damage equal to the amount of whenever your units are attacked. That's scale with your lost HP. And on the right side is some damage that's uh, whenever you consume energy to deal damage to all enemies. Yeah, so this is Doomstair one. Doomstair one are all pretty good. Uh, Valianter one, there's the Enigma and Soul Eater from last season. So the Enigma synergy is not bad. So last season is bad because the energy generation mechanism is bad. So basically the team can't generate energy. But this season you can like customize your way of generating energy. So enigmas might be good. And for the Soul Eater synergy, yeah, it's still pretty good. You can, especially this season, you can have Valianters as well as a Soul Eater synergy instead of just some random units that forms a Soul Eater team. Yeah, so Valianter both side could be good. And yeah, another thing you might notice there's a form right here is so the player named Opie Lover. I believe you heard of him. He made this Google form, and it's really helpful because uh, in this game mode you have to mm, like click on each node in order to view what they do. Like to check out each node, you have to click on them. But here you can just compare and like see everything at once and compare them. And yeah, and he also gave some recommendations to like whether to invest in them or not. And I pretty much agree with most of them. Yeah, but uh, I'm sure like after the every players in the community try something themselves, they will find a best way to play the hope tree, and or it will be like different. The best scenario would be there will be different strategies based on your current team, and that would be really fun. But in case you feel like you messed up, there is the reset button. However, the reset button, you get a free one upon entering the season, and every you get an additional reset every 14 days. So you don't get infinite reset. So you still have to be careful. But there is reset buttons. So my advice is don't reset yet because you haven't done enough. Even if you already use all your resources, you still can push levels in the Seraphic Room and get more rewards. So don't worry if you already invest in some of the incorrect one. You can explore that path, and when you feel like you know what the best way should be, you can use the reset button. Yeah, and yeah, I think that's it for the hope tree. I will link this form in in my description, and yeah, uh, I I don't have conclusions for how to best approach this. Okay, yeah, another thing. So the condition to activate this effect is actually simpler than I thought. So all you need to do is have at least two pieces of this synergy activated. So For me, I have increased the number of Glorian synergy made in the team by one. So my Glorian is by default +1. And look at my Rift Odyssey team right now. Obviously, the stage is pretty easy for me, but it's just for demonstration. So I have two Mystifier, two Glorian, and two uh, Doomsayer. And if I start the battle, all of their effect will be activated. So in the beginning, I get 20 energy, which is the effect of all synergies. Yeah. So basically, you don't have to do the like all teams have to be five Doomsdayer or five Mystifier in the past. You can activate all of them. Like for Glorians, this is activated, and for Mystifier, I activate this effect. So all of this effect can stack. So you can. So the optimal way might be do a splitting your synergy. Yeah, so you can split your synergy now. Basically, I don't know if it is the best way to do it or not, but it, uh, you can do something like this, and yeah. So yeah, like I said, there hasn't been conclusion yet, but I'll keep you updated. And thanks for watching.